So this is M44, the non-chemical water pollution. So basically things that we put in the water that are not just strictly chemicals. So first of all, what is the Pacific Garbage Patch, and how did it get there? So what exactly, obviously it's in the Pacific Ocean, but what exactly is how big is it? That's really impressive, actually. So find that out. And then moving over to 523, this talks about sediment pollution in the water. So up here, increase of sediment in some streams in Whiskeytown have shut down some of the trails. For example, there's a trail called the Couch, is what we call it for mountain biking. And it's open now, well, not because of the fires now, but before the fires, it was open. But the problem with hiking, biking, horseback riding, anything out there, is that the trail wasn't set up correctly, and so as people use it, sediment is eroded away, and it's going into the waterways. And what it affects there is things that are mostly bottom dwellers. It causes turbidity in the water, so the water's not as clear. The salmon or fish in general aren't able to spawn as well. And then it also affects a lot of invertebrates in the water as well. And so they've actually closed a few trails because of that. So, so read about the sediment pollution and what exactly it does to the organisms and how that affects it. And then down here it says, how does thermal pollution occur? What is thermal pollution? So pretty much you guys can figure it's heat. How does it get there? How do we heat the water? Why is the water heated? How is it affecting the organisms? And then moving to page 524, if we're going to decrease this problem, how is using a closed system better than open system? If you toured the Wheelabrator, they had cooling tanks. So that's one way we can cool the water and exchange it throughout the process rather than taking more water out of the stream. That also could reduce thermal pollution, because now we're cooling the water rather than just putting it back into the waterways warm. So read about that. And then how does noise pollution affect aquatic life? So that's kind of interesting, but how does it do that? And think about whales. It does talk about whales in general. But think about other things that it could affect. You know, anything that pretty much uses sonar, and then think about how we use sonar with submarines or with our naval or marine vessels, and how does that affect those aquatic life? And that is it for Module 44, nice and short.